Well, hello all. Yeah, the reason I haven't made a Mandela video in a long time, it seems like, is oh, what's a good answer? Oh, I don't have one really. Don't. But it has been a little, slightly over 3 years, but it depends on when you want to count. It actually started for me, and technically, it did start in January 2016. But in January, February, and March, there was like one thing I noticed in each month that something was different, but I didn't completely find out what it was till March 16th, a little past the 16th, but still, because I wanted to make sure I used the right words. I wanted to make sure that my thoughts were together. I wanted to make sure that, oh, it's still hard. um, crap. Um, okay. To the point is, no one still knows what the Mandela effect is. No one knows how it happened. No one knows who did it. It could have been D Wave Computer. It could have been CERN. It could have been a time traveler. Or the higher power just felt like screwing a lot of people. But I still see people, I don't know if it's they need content wise or they just figure that's all of just what the Mandela effect is, are the differences, okay? And people are still in the mindset of false memories. I don't really think you can say false memories because, see, it's like, for me at least, I don't know for other people, videos I've seen, they don't really have a problem talking about it. But with me, it's like, it's so part of, it's not, some people will understand this and some won't, how I feel about it because I wouldn't say it's so much a part of me, but on the other hand, it's not. But it kind of is. I don't have a choice but to say it is because of what everything I feel I've gone through, and it's just trying to find out what really happened and not finding out. There are so many theories out there, and pick one. Pick whatever theory you want. Whatever you feel is the truth to you. And that is about all you can do. Whatever makes you. There are so many stages from the time a person wakes up to the last. I don't know how many stages there really is, okay? But there's like the day you wake up, it's like, yeah, I'm crazy. Wait, everybody else is crazy. Um, it's not real. This isn't happening. Oh, it is real. It is happening. I've gone through most of those. And in my life right now, I'm basically, I would like to say it past the stages. To me, the Mandela effect isn't it. Okay? Because it's over here, it's right there, it's behind me, it's over there somewhere, it's all around, it's everything is nothing at the same time. Yeah. And there's like a bunch of truths about it, but then there's not. I mean, it en- it enjoys messing with people, and it enjoys making people feel crazy. It makes people go crazy. It likes all this stuff. It likes to take advantage of the way you might be and might amplify the way you're not. Oh, why doesn't it make any sense to anybody out there? Okay. At the point where I'm at, it doesn't. It seems like it knows it can't directly mess with me, because I'm got to the point where I stand there, I fold my arms, and and I say, "That's it. That's all you got." And you have to picture it like a baby at the pacifier, and you yank the pacifier out of its mouth, and the little baby starts crying, and it's like, "Oh, you want more?" It's like, "Well, let's try this." And I stand there and fold your arms, look at it, and go, "Yeah, okay." And it's like, "Well, you're not going to react to that? Did you see that? You're not going to react?" Well, that's cool, I guess. And it's like, "Hey, you're not reacting to the stuff I'm doing." It's like, why should I? You know? Mm. And it's like, okay, fine. If I do something and you're not going to react, then I will focus on things around you and make everybody else react. But I'm still going to use you. Still fold my arms, look in the eyes, and go, now, yeah, uh, it's kind of funny seeing everybody else react to stuff it does indirectly at me. Okay, when was this? Let's say, do I want to say the end of? No, I want to say January or February this happened. I was at my table and I was packing some parts at work, and you have to walk all the way around. It's a big factory warehouse, okay? So I had to walk all the way around the warehouse to my pop machine. I was walking over there, and then I was talking to the supervisor, so I forgot about my pop and walked forward. And this guy, coworker, is standing there looking at me, and he's just this weird look on his face. It's like, "What are you doing?" It's like, "No, I forgot my pop. I'm just going back to my table because I was walking back the other way to the factory." It's like warehouse. He's like, "Where's your forklift?" I go, "I wasn't on the forklift today. I was at my table." Goes, "Oh no, you were just on your forklift because you just passed me about 2 minutes ago and waved at me as you went down main lane and took a side aisle and then went to the packing tables because where I was walking was inside the warehouse." It's like, "No, you just drove by me like 2 minutes ago." It's like, "No, dude, it wasn't me. It must have been somebody else." It's like, "No, I looked you in the face and you waved and I waved back." It's like, "Oh, really? Oh, cool." I, It's like, okay, which way did I go? It's like you went down this middle lane to the parking table. I go, okay. And he just looked. He's still looking at me. He's like, you must have parked your forklift somewhere. It's like, was it not my forklift? I don't know. Find somebody. I waved and everything. Okay. So I went down the side lane to the packing tables. I turned right. They're going to the main aisle, I guess. And I turned right and walked about 10 steps. Another coworker waved at me and looked at me and gave me the same strange face. You know, like, it's like, what's up? It's like, you just passed me on your forklift, man. Where's your forklift at? Would you park it somewhere and walk back, then walk around? It's like, same thing. No, it's at my table at my table packing. So there's way over there. So there's I wasn't on my forklift. I'm not on the forklift today at all. Says, no, dude, you just passed me on your forklift and waved, and I waved back as you went down. It's like I went that way. It's like yeah, you drove that way. It's like okay. So I kept walking and walked around, but those were the only two people who actually saw this crack. That's what I like to call it, or a split time and space. I don't know what you want to call it, but it was like a crack in the bubble or whatever that they saw me driving down. So after explaining to that guy, I wasn't on my forklift. I was like, he started arguing like, yeah, you were. You just parked it and walked down this way. It's like, okay, you went that way. So I went that way and nothing. Another time was, let's see, it was about a week or two later. Uh, work got out. I was walking in my car, and I was, let's say, 8 feet away, and there was another coworker about 2 feet ahead of me, and her car was over here, and mine was a little further back. And I was walking in my car, and she was there, and like my car door opens up. You know, my car door. I was 8 feet away, 6 feet away, the person in front of me, and we're both watching as my car. I'm walking as my car door opens up, light comes on, and it was open but as long as it takes me to open the door, sit down, put the key in ignition, and close the door. That's how long it was open. And we just both walking and watching this, and it closed. It's like, oh, you have a bunch of bells and whistles in your car, and your car door automatically opens for you. But then it closed. I was like, yeah, yeah, bells and whistles. Yeah, don't you love bells and whistles on their car? And she's like, I wish my car door would open for me. It's like, yeah, it does that. Kinda. Nope. Not at all. Not even close. I mean, that'd probably be expensive as hell, but no, I wasn't gonna say anything, you know? It's like, what was I supposed to say? It's like, no, I don't have that function on my car. My car does not, no. So I didn't see anybody walk and sit in the car. All I saw was the car open, like, come on, and then close. And then I got to my car and I'm looking at it, I'm looking inside, looking in back, nothing. It's like, luckily it didn't start. I wouldn't have known then what to do if it did start, even though I had the keys in my pocket and the door was locked. So yeah, those two experiences were. I'm still staring in the face, going, "That's all you got." But yeah, I mean, there's been so much crap that has happened in the last 3 years. You can look in my past videos and get the other stories, and it's just like, I don't know. I just keep saying, "Is that all you got?" and it throws a temper tantrum like a little baby. It's like, this is supposed to affect you, but okay, well, what do you want me to do? Okay, you did this, you did that. You know? So it's not really stopped messing with me. It just periods between glitches, I guess you want to call them. But I don't know. I'm. It's like I care how it happened with the Mandela effect. But on the other hand, it's just if there's no answers, you have nothing to chase after. You know, it just seems. I'm not gonna say pointless, but it's like a never-ending chase, and pretty soon you're running and running, and you're gonna stop in place, and you're just gonna look ahead of you, and it's like there's nothing to make a goal out of. There's nothing to say this is what I am after, because for every door you open and might be an answer there, it just leaves more questions, and it's like so many questions, no answers. People have their opinions. People have answers that they want to be right. You know, they have to be right, and they will argue you to death because this is what they know. This is what has to be the truth. You know, I've talked to a few of those, and I just I let them be right if they want to be right. If this is what they want to think, let them think that. You know, let them have their peace of mind. Whatever makes them get through it. You know, because there are people who are affected, and they have the answer they want, and they don't want no other answer, and this is the way it is, and they accept it. Like I said, they'll argue to death about it, but they can't give you any answers, really. It's like, okay, so how did this happen? And they like rattle off this and this and this. It's like, okay, so if this happened, how did it happen? How did they do that? Well, they can do that. Like how they can do that is first off, who's they and how did they do that is not really a good answer because shit, you could say, the gopher next door popped out of the ground and used his technology and a boom you in the head and now you're screwed because all your memories are wrong. I don't like the term false memories. I'll accept this. To me, they are real memories, all right? They are not real in this reality, but they are real memories, okay? Simple as that. Don't try and change my mind. Don't come up to me with false memories because I'm not going to listen. I'm not one of those diehard people. My theories have changed slightly here and there for different things, but the term false memories would be fine to use. If it was one person, maybe two, maybe three, but when you have hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people with the same freaking memories that are real to them, no, no. I've watched a few videos. One guy had, oh, I don't even remember his name. If I knew, I probably wouldn't tell you. He talks about false memories. I think his video was 15 minutes long, and it took me an hour to get through it because his favorite words were false memories. Even though we had the same memories, but using the term false memories because they are real memories in different reality. Because I've caught myself saying this reality of other people. I say, if something happens, if I read something on something like, damn, this reality really sucks, or this reality is really messed up, and then it's like, well, this is the only reality we have. And most of the time, some people say that, and it's like, it just makes me want to say, yeah, this is the only one you have. I've been stuck in this reality for, I think, a year and some months. Yeah. I don't like talking about shifting that much. Because I don't even know if that's really what it was. You know? I go back and forth with that. It's like, it happened. Then you, consciousness moves. If something happened in that reality. And I was in that one for a year. And then it happened again. Because this time I actually seen the shift happen, which kind of spooked me a little bit. And I was 6 months in that one, and then I moved into this one, year and a half or so, more, something like that. But this has gotten to be like the worst reality I've ever had to be in. Oh my god! I seriously do not understand this reality at all. I don't. I just. I've been trying to understand it for the last year. Damn, this might be a long video. I don't. You all might not agree with me at all. Anything I've said. That's cool. But this reality, oh man, anything I say is gonna piss people off. I don't want to do that. I don't want to. I'm not here to piss people off, really. I mean, I could though. Oh my god. Even my dog is. It's not even the same freaking dog. Look in the story. He was in the other video. Those videos, man. I to be honest, I cannot go back and watch my own videos because I am not the same person who made those videos. And I tried to go back and watch a few of them, and it was like, it's not. I don't think they're my own videos are bad or anything. It's just, it's not. I just don't feel. It's not like, oh, you matured, your mind changes and your thinking changes. It's like everything has changed, and it's like going back and looking at, I guess, how do you want to say it? Someone else's life. It seems like. I knew this was sense. How Dexter? Doesn't make sense at all, does it? I don't know. Oh, I still want the truth. I mean, I still look around. I still dive into it here and there if someone catches my eye. But really, it's like people still are at the surface of it, still looking at this is different and that's different. It's just, is that as far as you're going to dive into it? You can do 10 videos on the different things. That's why I never like doing videos on things that are different because that's just, I don't like skating on the surface. It's like either I'm gonna dive into it or it's not worth it. Not really. And back to the memory thing, it's fine that my memories don't match everything that's happened in this reality. It doesn't matter. I really haven't seen anything lately from the history that was different. There's a lot of things in history that is different in this reality, but there's nothing I can do about it. I still keep close to me what I know, even though they don't belong here, and I still have this reality's history in one part of my brain and my history in the other side. And it's like they're always battling. I think it's the biggest problem. I know people are still waking up today. I see posts on Facebook and Twitter of stories that people have gone through. And it's like I wanna message them and say it's gonna be alright, everything's gonna be fine. Just if I tell them to accept it and go on and just look around as you're going, I know it's they're gonna say start giving me a whole list of things. So this and this happened, and this is different, and it's like you are where I was 3 years ago, and having to go through that stage again, it'd be like sitting back and hearing a story that you heard 100 and something times, and you can only hear the same story so many times because you really can't. You can identify what they're saying, but you can't emotionally go back to that place because you've gotten through all that emotional stuff with the Mandela effect. You know what I mean? Yeah. Huh? Not a whole lot has changed. I'm not saying I don't have a good life in this reality. I mean, yeah, but it's just I've I can honestly say I've never been in a reality that's been so jacked up in my life. Oh my God, people! So many things I could say about the people in this reality. And you know exactly what I'm talking about too. I mean, oh my lord. Yeah, you. I appreciate you sticking around. I know I didn't say a lot. I said what I had to say, and now it's just a lot harder to talk about the Mandela effect. I hope you understand. If you don't, I really do apologize because I probably, besides the memory thing, I don't think I really said anything because there's nothing to say new. There's nothing to say. Hey, guess what I found out? Or you hear about? No. All you can do, really, the bottom line of this whole thing, like I said before, is to find a truth that you can live with. Find the truth that makes you, I guess, not feel crazy or insane or a lunatic. Find the truth that makes you say, is that all you got? Because there's going to come a day where you can stand there and fold your arms and look in the face or whatever it is and say, yeah, Next, because you will once you go through the other crop first. And the other crop is probably the hardest stuff you'll go through. But it does get better. Well, I wouldn't. Yeah, it does get better. It still messes with you. Luckily, it doesn't mess with me. Shouldn't even say anything. Is that? That's not even wood. I can't even knock on wood. Yeah, but whatever comes next. Eh. Yeah, I need to stop it here. Like I said, I've made it this far. I really appreciate it. If you want to talk about the Mandela effect, if you have questions, you know what to do. You know, down there somewhere. I don't really mind talking about it. I was thinking about contacting a few people because I like doing interviews with people, or talking to people, whatever you want to call it, and see how their experience through it, what they did to cope with it, or what they're doing to cope with it, or where they are in their stages. Everybody's story is different. It's not the same story over and over and over, but sometimes it can be. Some people have some really great stories. And some of the things that they've gone through that I haven't gone through, and some of the things that I've gone through they haven't gone through. I said one time it even affected my ex-wife, and she still talks about that trailer that used to be dangled to her house and back. That went to bed and it was there, and woke up the next day and wasn't there no more, and they didn't move it. There was no. You can tell when a trailer has just been moved, and they wouldn't do it at 2 o'clock in the morning because that would have caused a lot of noise. How close these trailers are. So it will affect people around you and you indirectly. All right. I may make more. I don't know. Depends how hard it is to talk about. And if I can find more information or new information or have more thoughts or I don't know. Yeah. Well, it was nice talking to y'all. Y'all take care and always, always keep your eyes open. You know what I mean. And get to the point where you can stand there and come face to face with it and don't blink. First, don't blink. Not blink. Oh. All right. I shall talk to y'all later. Take care.